with a great round of applause in the background, let me introduce you to AIR 35 of the May 24 CA exams. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, Adithya Vijayan.
Hi guys.
So, guys, great job, Adithya. Congratulations,
Thank
and
you,
this
sir.
is really, really nice. A little background about Adithya. Adithya comes from a background which is engineering. Father's an engineer, but decided to take up commerce, and I saw him every day in the class. He used to attend well. He used to ask the right questions. He used to ask many questions for that matter. And actually, that reflected because when he gave the result and when he messaged me that I've got AR 35, I could see him and I could remember the days that he put in all the efforts in his preparation. So Aditya, well deserved.
Thank
Really,
you, sir.
truly, there's one person who deserved well, it is you. Just want to talk about a few things about your exam preparation and
Sure,
some
sir.
just freewheeling chat so that someone who's watching this interview
Mhm.
benefits from their preparation going forward in September or January.
Yes, sir.
Great. So Aditya, first up, how did you celebrate after the results came out?
I didn't actually expect to get an AIR, and the first thing we did after I got an AIR, like dad came back home early from office, and we all went to a hotel in the night, and it was really fun. Like it was short, but it was sweet.
Great. So while preparing, like a
Mhm.
lot of students prepare thinking that they want to get an AIR
Okay.
or they want to clear in the first attempt,
Mhm.
and that's where the starting journey is. That's how they motivate
Okay.
themselves with.
Mhm.
So anytime during a preparation, did you prepare that I want to get an AIR, and that was the journey?
No, actually, what I did was I know I wanted to pass. That is the objective, but I never thought about the AIR or anything. I thought I will give my 100%, and what comes comes. I was focusing on my effort more than the result actually.
So
Yes,
never
sir.
did you think you just thought I want
No,
to clear the exams?
no, sir.
and-
Actually, my friends were like, "You would get an AIR and all that." I was like, "No, I don't think I will." But I'm just gonna put everything I have, and let's see how it goes.
Modest, nice, good effort. So while in this now that
Mhm.
there are six subjects and not
Okay.
eight at CA Inter, were there any subjects that you found particularly challenging as an AIR? Also, do people find challenges while they're studying?
Mhm.
Any one or two subjects that you found challenging,
Mhm.
and how did you overcome them? Did you start early, or what was your strategy to make them simpler for yourself?
Okay. So the two subjects I had difficulty was in income tax and auditing. So I'll go with auditing first. That is like one subject where you're not going to remember everything the first time. So what I did for auditing was I kept revising it again and again. So that, I become numb to it basically. I know the subject by heart. If someone wakes me up in the morning and asks, I should know. That's how I did audit. And income tax, actually, the thing is, there is a lot of section numbers and all the small details which you're supposed to figure out. So what I did was I took a notepad and then I typed out like each question, what is difficult in this, what I should focus upon. And the second time when I did that, I saw the question, I saw what I should focus upon. It really helped me look at the question in a different way. Essentially, it helped me do better in tax.
And then by the end of it, did you manage to overcome that little challenge that you had in that subject?
Yes, sir. To a great extent, I did.
And what were your scores in audit and tax eventually?
Audit, I got 82, and tax, I got 77.
Oh, wow. Both were excellent. Exemption
Yes, sir.
is great. So let's take a little step back and ask you. So you gave your May exams, and your classes, as we know, got over in the month of February. So you had
Yes, sir.
March and April. That was a 2 clear months to study.
Yeah.
But can you tell us a little about when did you start studying?
Okay.
And of course, classes, you were in class for 5 hours, so not that. But second question is, when you had those 2 months of leave, what was a daily schedule like if someone wants to probably have a similar kind of study schedule?
Okay, so the first thing, of course, we had 2 clear months of holidays, but so the thing is, I was from an early bird batch and I did not want to attend auditing again. So what I did was I just tried some time to study audit in December, and I thought, okay, if I can
So
do
your
it.
preparation started in December.
No, not exactly, sir. Like auditing, I wanted to see if
No,
I did.
overall, when did you start preparing?
Overall, I
Basic.
think around Jan end or so, I started doing a little properly.
Okay. So Jan for a May exam, Jan was a start that a person
Yeah,
can
around
make
Feb start, you can
and
say.
still managed to do well.
Yes, sir.
Alright.
Okay, and the study schedule, it was around 11 hours a day, and I woke up at around 7:38 and started at 8:30. I read till 12:30 because I was fine taking desk breaks in the morning. And once I went till 12:30, I took a 1.5 hours break, started again at 2. And 2 to 6, again, I used to study straight, and that was 8 hours. And by the time you're going to be tired, and so I took a break until 6 to around 7:30, had my dinner and everything, and then again got to it 2 more hours and revision after that.
So
that
slept
was
at
11 hours.
around?
Slept at around 11 o'clock.
Oh, so you never burned the midnight?
No. Like, I think one thing very clear is I will at no cost study beyond 10 o'clock.
Okay, great. And no, there's a perception that you need to wake up at 5 o'clock to be successful.
No, actually,
and clear
no.
an exam. So that's a very refreshing thing to say, understand that someone with, even accommodating a good night's sleep can manage to, prepare well.
Yeah, sir. Actually, my strategy was in a day you have 24 hours and at least 8 hours goes for sleep. Like, forget there is 8 hours left. You only have 16 hours in your hand. I used to plan in that. Sleep is, you cannot compromise on sleep was my goal. And one thing to do, even waking up at 7 was a difficulty for me. So I had one more friend and she was like, you wake me up at 7 o'clock. And I was like, okay, great. Now I have like someone's expectation to wake me up at 7. And I used to like properly wake up early and used to call them. So that way we
So
both.
you had that push.
Yeah, we had the push. So I could wake up at 7, little more easier.
For CA Inter students, right, it's a slightly lonely journey because they are stuck with their books for few months, and they're feeling that every Instagram story is one person enjoying and the other person enjoying. So was this journey lonely for you? And if not, what helped you get over that little phase of loneliness, if there was?
No, I think initially in the first few months it was lonely because I didn't know many people. But at a point, I met a friend group and we have always stuck together. Like even during those, April, May, or the months before that, we used to regularly call. Like at least 2-3 days once, we used to talk to each other. And of course, that took like an hour every day, but that was fine. That lets you calm down. That lets you actually like not burn out easily, essentially. Yes. And yeah, it was never lonely. It was only lonely if you want to make it lonely.
Yeah, because you had friends along the same journey. Were they also doing CA?
Yeah, they were also doing CA.
Did you exchange notes? How much are you studying? How much?
Yeah, we used to do that a lot. So like every time, two of us, we used to like tell each other like, okay, today I finished this, today I finished this, and all that. So that was great.
Great. How much of a role did class play in your journey of clearing the exams? Like when you attend classes. And I know you attended all the classes.
All the classes.
So what role did that play in this journey of yours?
Of course, the teaching is very important, but I think it's more altering the general mindset because I cleared my 12th and in 1 month I had given foundation. So I still had that 12th attitude in me, like, oh, this subject, I'll do it last moment and I'll do it. But when you're in a batch of 200 people and you see what they're aiming for, I think it tempers your mind a bit to get into the flow. And of course, classes give you company among people. Like something I've noticed, the May 2024 AR1, he was like, I took online classes and I think I would like to say no because online class is great. I'm probably going to even get an AR1 with it. But honestly, if I had a choice of having great friends or AR1, I would take my friends anytime.
What a nice part.
Yeah.
Alright, just want to ask you, any bad days, any days that you cried, you're like, I don't want to do this?
Yeah.
Because a lot of students go through this phase that they feel, I don't want to study this, I can't understand this, and crying before the exam, towards the exam. Any bad days?
That happened a lot. Like I was making too many delays initially, and by April 20th, I stopped studying. I was just like, I can't do this anymore. Like I cannot. So around 10 days went in that itself, like burnout phase. I didn't touch the book at all. But I was talking to a friend of mine and she was constantly motivating. So at least by May 3rd, I was ready for the exam, or else I am pretty sure I would not have gotten a rank for sure. Like passing would also be a trouble if I was that burnt out during exam phases. So yeah, friends play a lot of role in your life.
And now that you're cleared, like what are you looking at? Articleship? Are you sure about what you want to do, where you want to go?
Yeah, I want to get into a Big Four statutory audit field. I am trying to apply for multiple firms, and yeah, that is the goal.
Great. And if you could tell top like 3 things that a CA student should do or should not do, whatever you felt were your learnings from this journey, like any top 3 things that a CA student could do in their journey to prepare for the September or the Jan exams.
Okay, so the first thing is you need to do a lot of exam papers. And I mean, I say exam question papers, not the mock test, not the RTPs, because personally, I feel most questions, they don't come from RTPs. It's very, giving you more emotional satisfaction than the actual questions. That is one. The second one is, of course, you need to have company while you're doing it. If you are lonely, I can give it to you in writing, you'll get burnt out at some point or the other. So you need company. And lastly, multiple revisions, specifically for audit and direct tax, as I have told. You cannot do it right in one attempt. You will probably take 3-4 revisions to actually get into the flow. So multiple revisions is the third thing.
Great. And were there any distractions while you were preparing? Because I feel like even not just like the Gen today, anyone is so distracted today in the world with social media. So were you distracted by it, or was it not a problem for you? Like how did you tackle that?
Personally, in general, my Instagram time is comparatively lower to other people. So I used to restrict myself to maximum half an hour a day. And usually we send reels among friends, and my friends are like, okay, I'm deactivating my account for a while. So like I didn't have people to even send reels. So they're like, okay, I'll watch for maybe 15-20 minutes a day.
So
and
it wasn't a big distraction?
It wasn't a big distraction. Yes, sir.
All right, so guys, that is the story in the making of AIR 35. What I take from him is that he started early, he attended regularly. Of course, he had his bad days, of course, he had his doubts, but his preparation was stronger than that. So, a big thank you, Aditya,
Thank you,
and
sir.
congratulations again. And I wish you all the luck for your articleship.
Thank you, sir.
And I hope to see you as a CA really, really soon.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.